Time for a Firestone face-off. Hey aficionados, Shawn here, and today we've got a face-off between two Firestone Walker Anniversary Ales. On the right here and in the right glass, we have Firestone Walker's Anniversary Ale number 22, which came out in 2018. And on the left here and in the left glass, we have Firestone Walker's Anniversary Ale number 23, which came out 2019. Real quick, I just want to go through the components of each beer because each Anniversary Ale is a blend of Firestone Walker's other barrel-aged beers that they released that particular year. And the blend changes every year. So they give you this handy-dandy paperwork in the box for each bottle that tells you the percentage, the makeup of each beer. So we'll start off with the 2018. So the 2018 is 44% of Stickee Monkee, which is a bourbon barrel-aged quad. It's 22% of Parabola, which is their bourbon barrel-aged Russian Imperial Stout. It's 22% of Bravo, which is their bourbon barrel-aged Imperial Brown Ale. It's 7% of their rum barrel Helldorado, which is a blonde barley wine. And it's 5% of their gin barrel Helldorado, again, blonde barley wine. So we got some gin barrel in there, we got some rum barrel in there, we got bourbon barrels obviously, and then we got a mixture of basically quad, stout, brown ale, and blonde barley wine. Sounds really interesting, kind of curious how that gin barrel might factor in there in terms of complexity. It seems like it's going to be like 44% of a bourbon barrel aged quad. That's a pretty high percentage, so I'm expecting, it to taste a lot more like a quad than anything else. But let's go with the 2019. For this one, they did 28% of Stickee Monkee, again, the bourbon barrel aged quad, so much less of that beer. Parabola, which is also 28%, again, bourbon barrel aged Russian Imperial Stout. Bravo, 20%, bourbon barrel aged brown ale. And then we throw in some bourbon barrel Helldorado, which again is the blonde barley wine, and that is 15%. Velvet Merkin, which is aged in bourbon barrel aged Velvet Merkin, and we've got 5% of that in this one. And this is really making me a little bit curious here. We've got 4% as the last beer blended in, and it's Tequila Barrel Helldorado, which again is the blonde barley wine. So we're going to have some tequila flavors maybe coming through in the 2019 variant. All right, so let's start off with just doing the aroma on Anniversary Ale 22, which is the 2018 variant. Yeah, so again, it's 48% of the bourbon barrel aged quad, and it smells like a bourbon barrel aged quad. You're getting this toffee, dark fruit, Belgian candy sugar, that Belgian yeasty kind of thing. Just loads of toffee and raisins and molasses and caramel. Just huge bourbon notes. It's got a fudgy quality to it. It smells really sweet too. Oak, vanilla. It smells like a barrel-aged beer. It smells like a quad. And it smells really good. So let's dig into 2019 or Anniversary Ale 23. So the barrel character, I should say, it doesn't jump out as much. Really not even getting as much aroma overall on the 2019 version. I really got to dig my nose in there. But it feels much more stouty. I'm noticing more roastiness, more chocolate, more just stout characteristics like the roasted malts, more dark chocolate, cacao, maybe even some leaning towards anise or something like that. Definitely dark chocolate though. A high percentage dark chocolate. You know what I'm also getting too? That milk stout character. It's got some of that milk chocolatey kind of, much less barrel forward, but you do get some bourbon. You do get some oak and vanilla. This one smells much more like a bourbon barrel aged stout though than the 2018. Both of them smell really good, but if I'm going to go with just aroma wise, I think there's much more jumping out of the glass with the 2018 than the 2019. All right, so let's finally dig into the taste on Anniversary Ale 22, 2018 release. Yeah. It tastes like a bourbon barrel aged quad. It's super sweet. Super sweet. A little bit boozy still, even though I've been like holding on to this bottle for about a year or so. You're getting this like bourbon soaked raisin character, loads of dark fruits, just tons. Fig, plum, raisin. Got that kind of like you're eating a bowl of Raisin Bran, but with bourbon instead of milk. You're getting some like a roasted malt quality, some like dark chocolatey kind of quality, but it just smacks you with bourbon sweetness, with molasses sweetness, with toffee sweetness, big time, huge toffee notes. The boozy dark fruits, lots of like caramelized notes. Again, some of the dark roastiness, but most of the flavors you're getting from this are really sweet. You're getting like oaky vanilla and tannins from the barrel. The mouthfeel is a little bit thin even, I would say, too. I don't even think I said the percentages on these. So the 2018 is 12.7%, and the 2019 is 11.5%. So the 2018 is a little bit stronger in terms of alcohol. And you do get some booziness, a little bit of warming. It's really good. Really, really sweet, though. Again, mouthfeel a little bit thin, but I've had that issue with Firestone Walker barrel-aged beers in the past. Let's dig into 2019. Really curious for this one. So right off the bat, the first thing I noticed with the 2019, the mouthfeel is much more substantial. And that would make sense because it's got more stout in it. So this one, it's got more body. It's got more stout flavor. Just like on the Aroma. It's got more of that smooth, like chocolatey and roasted malt quality. Almost like espresso a little bit. Not too heavy on the coffee. More like mocha. And again, like smoothed out, like milk chocolate. Verges on dark chocolate a little bit. You know, the barrel's giving you some vanilla sweetness. Some like oakiness, obviously. A little bit of dark fruits coming through in this one too. A little bit of that raisin, fig kind of quality. Some of that caramel, toffee character peering through. A little bit of like a brown sugary kind of character. Loads of vanilla now that I'm getting, and oak. It's very velvety. Like the mouthfeel is velvety. It's like the lighter side of full-bodied. Whereas the 2018 version, I would say it's like medium minus in terms of body. Like no carbonation at all in the 2018 version. Not much at all in the 2019 version either. They're both like smooth and velvety in the mouth, but this one is much more like rich and silky and nice, the 2019 version. Yeah, the longer that you sit with the 2019, it really just opens up nice. Like I'm getting this almost like bourbon soaked, like cherry character. And I think they mentioned on the paperwork that the Helldorado kind of provides a little bit of this like creme brulee character. And I'm picking that out in this one too. A lot to like pick apart in the 2019 version. 2018, again, immediately smacks you with sweetness. Some spice kind of character, now that I'm going back to it. Maybe from like that quad kind of, you know, the Belgian spice, yeasty kind of thing. Especially on the tail end. Definitely booze on the tail end too. Both are really good though, but definitely have a preference. Let's get into the ratings. Alright, so my final thoughts on Anniversary Ale 22 and 23. I'm going to give ratings, but first off, the winner for me is easily Anniversary Ale 23, the 2019 release. The complexity in this one is incredible, and it's got a perfect balance, a perfect blend of the barrel-aged beers that are put into it. So complex, like really, you could sit with this one and just pick out all the different flavors, all the different beers that were blended into it, mostly. And it just works way better. Again, the 2018 is a little bit more one note. It relies heavily on that bourbon barrel aged quad character. It's a little bit too cloying, and the body's way thinner. In terms of ratings, I would give the 23 easily an A+. And to me, the 22 is around A-, A range. I would probably lean towards A-, just because of how sweet it is, combined with like the thinness of the body and the sort of bit of lack in complexity. 23 is an A+ beer easily. And easily the winner of this face-off for me. And it might be the best barrel-aged beer that I've had from Firestone Walker so far. And they put out some really good barrel-aged beers. So, but what do you guys think? Have you had both of these variants of Firestone Walker's Anniversary Ale? Which one do you prefer? And what is your favorite barrel-aged beer from Firestone Walker? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, drink responsibly and passionately. Thanks for watching.